Brandon Bryan. He's Harlem Capital's managing partner.
Fund won $40 million, but now your firm is managing, what, $174 million in assets.
There's a heavy door. Deon actually, oh, it's not that bad. Deon tore his Achilles. So I think that they said the elevator doesn't work right now. 606, right?
Yeah, 606.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, welcome in.
I have cold hands, I'm sorry.
Hi.
Oh, this was saying there's two steps.
There's 2 steps.
All right, let's just hope that Deon feel. Oh, now this, yeah, we're gonna do our talk stuff up here. Guys, we are here this is the coolest, hippest hacker house equivalent that I've seen in San Francisco. And tonight we have an amazing host. We have home cooked meal and people are about to arrive. And so I'm very excited. And we're going to show you around the place. And I just met Jessica. So much great weather too.
I'm so hungry. Who's that professor doing? No, I like Deon.
Clovis.
Yeah,
Clovis. Great name.
Oh, thanks. It's perfect.
Oh, watch out behind you.
Clovis is gonna take over the world. Hi.
I love that.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Have you met any founders and investors yet, or this is the
I
first?
got here last night, so just baristas and
Okay. I didn't know if you touched. Wow. Okay, so this is gonna be the first time. You haven't met anyone else yet.
yeah, I was telling Jared, I'm gonna try to lay up the second half of the trip from all the meetings in the first half. So
Smart. Yeah. Jess is a host.
yeah. Oh,
And she cooked, she did everything. She invited everybody.
Welcome to my home.
Yay.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. My name, if you guys don't know me, I think I know all of you personally, but if you don't, my name is Jessica. I'm the founder of Kyrie. It is an AI executive assistant that you chat with via voice for founders and executives. This night is hosted by Brandon Capital. Brandon has been such a great partner in this whole planning of this whole experience. Came together really quickly.
Super quick. Less than 1 week. It's a sprint.
It was a sprint.
It's an SF sprint.
The SF sprint.
996.
We don't endorse. I know you guys took time out of your day to come here, and this night is about really Deon. Thank you so much for joining us. I think I will hand it to Brandon,
Yes.
and we're gonna go from there.
Yes, we're gonna keep it simple and chill. We're gonna have folks eat or grab a plate to eat. We might do like super quick intros and then we'll jump into the panel. Also Harlem Capital Early Stage Seed Fund. We do pre-seed and seed. We love to lead deals. We love to meet people before they fundraise. And maybe we'll pitch a little bit more on the side afterwards. But most of us are based in New York, Miami, and LA. So we try to bring amazing people together whenever we're in San Francisco. And so we hope to work a lot more with Jess in the future and any other folks as well. And we just want to build community and support folks early. And we also tonight are going to have Eli of Posh, who's going to be, yes, clap it up, was just raised a $37 million Series B. Yes. And so I will be moderating the two, I guess, young gods, talking about building companies, AI. I think a lot more people showed up than we thought. So maybe we'll open it up for you guys to ask questions. people have had so much fun that we're starting the panel a little late. So it means people in SF do actually want to have fun. How many people here are a founder? Okay. How many researchers? We had a few researchers here. Did I forget anyone else? How many investors do we have here? Again, I'm Brandon from Harlem Capital. We're super excited to be hosting two amazing founders tonight. And maybe, I don't want to treat it like a podcast. I'm actually curious. I have two questions that maybe we'll go back and forth to start. Number one, Deon, I'm curious, how does it feel to sell a company to a publicly traded company? Like, what does it feel like to go through that process in general?
Ooh. It's interesting because people actually ask me that. Like, how does it feel? How does it feel? The process itself is so grueling, and you're always just like, oh, it's not here yet. It's not here yet. It's not going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? They're always like tempering your expectations at every step of the way, that when it finally happens, you're like, oh, snap, it actually happened.
And maybe I'll jump over to you, Eli. You were a dropout from NYU. Was it sophomore year?
Freshman year.
Freshman. You dropped out freshman year?
Yeah.
Wow. Dropped out freshman year. Posh just announced their $37 million Series B.
Yeah.
But you have some news to share with us that you are actually building something new as well.
Let's go. There's stuff to build.
So maybe talk about what it feels like to be, I guess, wow, a freshman dropout, raise over $60 million for a company, but then now starting a new one.
Yeah, I think being a dropout is really good preparation for um, just having a less structured life in general. And I'd never had a real job. I was doing like freelancing in high school, and I was doing other small coding projects. And so I think the best feeling actually, the Series B round was actually in December of last year. The press just came out, and I stepped away in January. And having the feeling again of like, I think a lot of bureaucracy comes to a big company, and that word structure came back a lot. There's a lot of beautiful things in that, and a lot that I learned about how to run a large organization. But that wild feeling of that I had freshman year of there's no structure, there's no employees yet, and anything goes is really exciting. It's one of the rawest feelings that you can get back, I think.
So how are we approaching building for the second time around differently? And what are the pros and what are the cons? And from a con standpoint, what we've seen is folks who are starting their second company, they want to like hire a bunch of people really fast. They want to do this, they want to do that. They're kind of stuck in their ways because they've seen the edge of the cliff before. So I'm curious if you have seen already some things that you're like trying to avoid that you can just fall into. And maybe what are the pros where you're just like, I know how to cook right here. Go ahead, Eli.
I would say so. One thing I think I could have thought about infrastructure and scalability way earlier on. And so I think having a really scrappy MVP for a product is super important. But once you start doing consumer marketing, you want to be able to scale without having a ton of headaches and things breaking. And so being more thoughtful about like the infrastructure layer under whatever I build, and if that's physical, that could be the supply chain element or anything else. It doesn't have to be like how AWS is set up or whatever. But I think thinking about infrastructure more, and I would say also just at Posh, I think one of the things that we got insanely lucky with is we had people that were domain experts in the field of the product that we were launching. So a lot of the early engineers that we had were really passionate about nightlife and events. And so in the DNA of the company was like, we really care about this customer, not because we're trying to make money off of them, but because we've been in this space. Our first engineer was a nightlife photographer. One of the other ones was a DJ. My co-founder was a DJ. And so we loved the event space. And I think that's something I really want to repeat is like the field that I'm building in. I want people that are so passionate about the customer that we're selling to, not just like, oh, I want to be at a rocket ship startup.
I love that.
Hi, I'm Andy, working on building renewably powered data centers, basically solar power for data centers. I'm curious how you thought about your pre-seed, how much you raised, how strategic were you in terms of who you got as lead, how you planned out the runway, and then move that out to seed. Same question for seed. It might be different now because I feel like seeds are massive now. But how do you think about that?
Okay, I can take it. I mean, I have like two examples of this now. With my first company, we raised 500K pre-seed, or I guess 600K pre-seed, back in 2017. I also didn't know how to fundraise. Like I didn't know the world, the game, and so that took like 6 months. Got like one term sheet, and I was like, "This is good enough."
Who was that, by the way?
It was Manu Kumar at K9 Ventures. They took a board seat. He's a great board member. I would not recommend giving a board seat at the pre-seed. Great board member.
That's aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Was it a price round?
Price round.
Dang.
What year?
17.
This is 2017.
Man.
That was off market even then. But
Right. I'm like, dang. Because if you had a board seat, you can't. It's hard to have a board seat on a safe.
Don't do it. So we raised 600K then, and I mean, in terms of runway planning, a year and a half is usually what people say. That sort of thing. We raised a little bit more, so we ended up raising another 300 or 400. So technically 1 million seed pre-seed. And then it was nuts because we launched at TechCrunch Disrupt in 2018, and then we won, and then everything went nuts, and then we raised our Series A, which was a 9 million round. So heck if I knew. I also would not recommend that, but that's another story. I think raise for what you need. Always add a little bit of buffer because you never know what could go wrong. It's always tempting to over raise. And if you can pull that off and not spend the money, then by all means over raise. But anytime you raise too much money, your VCs are like, go and spend it. Just spend it. Grow faster.
Very much resonate with problem solving. I think for me, I was super into Minecraft growing up, and Roblox, and all these video games where you could create in-game economies and organizations, and that made me like leadership, as well as the feeling of when you have a team with a lot of specialized people, you can accomplish insane tasks. And I think speaking to your super team analogy, one of the most fun phases, there's a million fun phases, but when you get to 10 to 15 people, I think that was honestly even better in a lot of ways than 30 or 40 people, because it's almost the perfect zone where you feel like you have this Avengers team solving problems. And so I'm craving that feeling again, but also now being able to refine how I put that together with everything I learned from the first startup. I know that I'll have an even crazier team. And so I think just solving big problems with really smart people, and being able to kind of bring them together is very, very fun.
Guys, I think we had a good night tonight. We had 20 to 30 people come in here. Deon talk about selling his last company, starting a new one. We had Eli from Posh talk about starting Posh and potentially starting a new company. And then I shared a few gems talking about super teams and how you can find the right talent. And then I even talked a little bit about how do you keep first things first? How do you hold people accountable in your team, and how do you skip? How can you go for 10x? And so maybe I'll leave you with this point. What are you doing that is 2x thinking? And how can you think about 10x? So if you are making $200,000 a year, how can you go to 2 million? Or if your company is making $200,000 in revenue, how do you go to 2 million? What can you do to 10x yourself? What is that one thing? And how can you make a step towards that tomorrow? That is what I leave you with tonight.